Have you ever wondered why you can't fly directly from East Asia to South America? Instead, you have to stop at an airport in between and catch another connecting flight to reach your final destination. In today's world, where flying across continents is common, you'd expect there to be direct flights between these two regions. So, why is there this missing connection? This might puzzle you, especially when you consider the numbers. South America is home to about 442 million people, while Asia boasts a staggering 4.78 billion. That's a huge difference. China alone is a giant in the aviation world, and countries like Japan, Indonesia, India, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea aren't far behind. Now picture the skies over Asia. They're probably buzzing with airplanes, right? That's because the Asia-Pacific region has the busiest airspace in the whole world. It's like a common corridor for planes coming and going, carrying millions of passengers and tons of cargo. Despite Asia's massive population and booming economy, the route to South America remains elusive. Instead, if you want to travel from one continent to the other, you'll likely have to hop through a series of connecting flights, zigzagging across other continents along the way. It's a journey that can easily stretch over 24 hours, with layovers and transfers adding to the complexity. Let's first check out some available routes connecting South America and Asia. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, only 4 Latin American countries had flights to Asia Pacific: Cuba, Mexico, Panama, and Brazil. Together, they only had 22 weekly flights to China, Japan, or South Korea, mostly with layovers. For example, Hainan Airlines flies from Beijing to Mexico City with a layover in Tijuana. Similarly, China Southern has a route with a layover in Vancouver, which is being stopped. China Southern Airlines started a flight from Guangzhou to Vancouver to Mexico City in 2017. Now, they're starting an even longer flight from Shenzhen to Mexico City without any stops. It's longer than their old longest flight to New York. On the way back from Mexico City to Shenzhen, there's a quick stop in Tijuana for fuel, but passengers can't get off the plane. This new service begins on May 11th, 2024. Air China also has flights with layovers in Montreal, Houston, and Madrid to reach Cuba, Panama, and Sao Paulo respectively. Aeromexico offers direct flights from Mexico City to Tokyo and Seoul, but that's it. And these flights mostly involve Mexico only, not South America. So why hasn't anyone bridged this gap in the sky? Well, there are 3 main reasons that come forward if you delve deeper in it: geographical problem, economical problem, and logistical problem. And those are not enough, as a 4th addition comes to the environmental problem as well. Geographically, Latin America is the farthest region from Asia, especially South America. In fact, South America and Asia are on opposite sides of the Earth. Look at a map, and you'll see Argentina and Chile are nearly opposite Mongolia and China. Taiwan aligns with Paraguay. The Philippines are across from Brazil, and Indonesia is exactly opposite to Colombia and Venezuela. If you look for the closest South American country to Asia, it's Mexico. That's why it's the main gateway between the two regions. Now, Heathrow Airport is the busiest airport in the region, handling a tremendous amount of air traffic every day. Then, there's Sao Paulo Airport in South America, equally busy with passengers flying off to different corners of the continent. Both these airports are major hubs, connecting millions of people every year. Now, think about how cool it would be if you could fly directly from Heathrow to Sao Paulo. But easier said than done. First off, the distance between Beijing and Sao Paulo is no small feat. It's a whopping 10,923 miles. To give you some perspective, the current longest commercial flight in the world is from Singapore to New York, covering 9,526 miles in about 18.5 hours. So, flying from Beijing to Sao Paulo would be like taking that record-breaking flight of 25 hours 45 minutes or stretching it even further. Now here's where it gets interesting. The plane used for the Singapore to New York flight is an Airbus A350-900 with an ultra-long range, but even that has its limits. It can only go up to 9,700 nautical miles without needing to refuel. So, to fly from Beijing to Sao Paulo, you'd either need a plane that can go the distance without stopping, or make a pit stop somewhere along the way to gas up. And trust me, stopping for fuel adds a whole new layer of cost and complexity to the journey. Above all, flying from Beijing to Sao Paulo means crossing over a big chunk of Russia, which isn't exactly known for being budget-friendly when it comes to air traffic fees, because airlines have to pay hefty fees to use Soviet airspace. Changes in agreements mean airlines now have to take longer, less efficient routes, which costs more money for them and makes flights longer for passengers. So not only do you have to deal with the long distance and fuel stops, but you also have to factor in the hefty fees just for passing through Russian airspace. All these factors combined make flying directly from Heathrow to Sao Paulo a logistical nightmare and a costly stunt. That's why, despite the potential benefits, such a flight doesn't exist yet. Apart from that, in the world of aviation, getting from one place to another smoothly involves a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Think about it like planning a big trip. You've got to figure out your route, make sure you have all the right documents, and make sure the places you're going can handle you when you get there. That's kind of what logistics is like for airlines. For starters, there's the issue of time zones. When it's daytime in one place, it might be nighttime in another. Then there are the rules that different countries have about flying. Plus, airports can only handle so many planes at once, which can cause delays. But even if you manage to sort all that out, there's still the issue of customs and immigration. Every country has its own rules and procedures, which can slow things down even more. It's like going through security at the airport, but on a much bigger scale. And speaking of airports, they need to be equipped to handle long-haul flights. That means they need things like maintenance services, refueling stations, and places for passengers to wait between flights. However, upgrading or building new facilities is expensive and takes a lot of planning, which can make airlines hesitant to open up new routes. But here's the thing, flying long distances also has a big impact on the environment. Think about all the fuel it takes to get a plane from one side of the world to the other. That means a lot of greenhouse gases are being pumped into the atmosphere, which isn't great for the planet. So, in a way, not having direct flights between East Asia and South America could actually be a good thing. They might be looking for ways to reduce their carbon footprint and find cleaner ways to travel. In the end, it's just a balancing act. Airlines have to consider a lot of factors when they decide where to fly and how to get there. And as more people become concerned about the environment, they're going to have to think even harder about the choices they make. But anyway, there's always hope for the future. After all, Qantas Airlines managed to pull off a record-breaking flight from New York to Sydney. So who knows what might be possible with a bit more innovation and determination. Maybe in the future, we will get to see direct flights from Asia to Latin America, with all these geographical, financial, logistical, and environmental issues are taken care of. And now, it's time for you to share your opinion on this. Do you think this gap will be bridged in the future? What other global connections fascinate you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-boggling videos on our channel.